all began at the end of April, when Indian sort of intelligence picked up movement by large-scale Chinese troops across the line of actual control in Ladakh. This is eastern Ladakh. And everybody thought this is just routine springtime, deployment, shaking out of the winter mode and so on. Mm-hmm. But then the Chinese came in 5 separate places that are widely separated from one another, starting from the Galwan Valley in the north, 2 other places in the Galwan area, Hot Springs and one more, PP-17. One place in the Pangongso sector, the beautiful lake in Ladakh, and a 5th area in southern Ladakh in the Chumar sector. At the same time, the Chinese came in a 6th place, which is in Sikkim, 2,000 kilometers away. So this wide separation of incursions leaves one with the impression that this is not something that was directed and conceived and implemented by some local tactical commander, a Chinese divisional commander or something like that, but was planned at the highest level involving multiple divisional and army commanders, and in fact, 2 separate theater commands. So the Indian side was initially taken by surprise. In that much time, the Chinese were able to come in, consolidate positions. They came in really large numbers. And then since then, a 6th sector has opened up. If you count Sikkim, then a 7th sector, and that is the Depsang sector in northern Ladakh, which was earlier the site of a confrontation in 2013. So the Chinese are here in strength, they're here in numbers, and they're here in a large number of sectors, 7 to be precise.
But just to clarify, all these 7 ingressions, these 7 positions would be on what we call the Indian side of the line of actual control.
Yes, they're on territory. When we say Indian territory, it's also claimed by China. So I use the phrase India claimed territory. Mm-hmm. Now the difference this time is there have always been patrol clashes and violations as India patrols up to its perception of the line of actual control, and Chinese patrols come into where they say is the line of actual control. So that's not been an intractable problem or an insurmountable problem. What is different this time is that they have come into this territory that was traditionally controlled only through patrolling. Mm-hmm. And they have physically occupied it. They have sat down here and are building bunkers and sort of defensive works and so on, living accommodation, and they seem set to stay.
So Ajay, would this be a commonality that exists across all these 7 points? I think the reason for sort of just asking this is, was Galwan Valley just the one flashpoint where they have solidified and fortified their positions, or is some of this being seen across the 7 points that you have mentioned?
Well, there is to one or the other degree a sort of a manifestation of this in all 7 points. Patrolling is not regarded as a problem on the line of actual control. Patrolling is fine. It has always taken place. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you're sort of claiming a piece of land, you have to patrol it in order to demonstrate control. Mm-hmm. That is not a problem. What is a problem is physically occupying the land, preventing the other side from patrolling, engaging in violent conduct in violation of 5 separate border agreements that have taken place between the 2 sides, and generally disrupting what was earlier a sort of a certain form of stability that existed in these areas. Not peace, not amity, but certainly stability existed. Now that is severely disrupted.